Lab-grown meat, also known as cultivated or cell-based meat, is produced by growing animal cells in controlled environments, eliminating the need to raise and slaughter livestock. Advocates highlight its potential to reduce the environmental impact of traditional meat production, including lower greenhouse gas emissions and decreased land and water use. As the world seeks more sustainable food solutions, lab-grown meat has emerged as a promising alternative. However, its introduction has sparked significant debate, particularly in Europe, where questions about food heritage, safety, and cultural acceptance are shaping the conversation. Recent legislative actions across Europe have marked a significant shift in the regulation of lab-grown meat. Italy became the first European country to ban the production and sale of lab-grown meat in November 2023, citing the protection of traditional food heritage and agricultural practices. Hungary followed suit in 2025, prohibiting cultivated meat except for medical and veterinary uses, emphasizing concerns over rural lifestyles and environmental risks. These national bans reflect a broader trend as governments weigh the balance between innovation in sustainable food production and the preservation of cultural traditions. The European Union, meanwhile, has not yet authorized lab-grown meat, and ongoing regulatory reviews continue to shape the future of this industry in the region. In November 2023, Italy became the first European nation to ban the production and sale of lab-grown meat. The government justified this decision by emphasizing the importance of preserving traditional food practices and safeguarding the country's rich agri-food heritage. Italian officials expressed concerns that lab-grown meat could undermine centuries-old culinary traditions and the livelihoods of local farmers. The legislation also restricts the use of meat-related terms for plant-based products, reinforcing the commitment to authentic food culture. This move reflects a broader debate in Europe about balancing innovation in food technology with the preservation of cultural identity. In 2025, Hungary enacted a comprehensive ban on the production, marketing, and sale of cultivated meat, following Italy's precedent set 2 years earlier. Hungarian officials justified the move by expressing concerns over the preservation of traditional rural lifestyles and potential environmental risks associated with non-traditional food technologies. The government emphasized that such measures are necessary to protect the country's agricultural heritage and rural communities. This decision reflects a broader European debate, where the balance between innovation in sustainable food production and the safeguarding of cultural and environmental values remains a contentious issue. The European Union has not yet authorized the sale of lab-grown meat products within its member states. The European Commission maintains that these products remain under regulatory review, and no lab-grown meat has entered European supermarkets so far. In response to national bans, such as those implemented by Italy and Hungary, the Commission has argued that these measures are premature. This stance highlights the ongoing debate within the EU about balancing innovation in sustainable food production with the preservation of traditional food cultures and regulatory oversight. The recent bans on lab-grown meat in countries like Italy and Hungary present significant challenges for producers aiming to enter the European market. Companies such as Prima and Meat, which have applied for human food approval, now face uncertain prospects as regulatory barriers increase. These restrictions not only complicate market entry, but may also discourage investment and slow the pace of innovation in sustainable food technologies. The European Commission has expressed concern that such measures could hinder the development and commercialization of lab-grown meat across the region. As the debate continues, the industry must navigate a complex landscape of evolving regulations and cultural considerations. The ongoing debate in Europe over lab-grown meat reflects a complex balance between embracing innovative, sustainable food technologies and preserving cherished culinary traditions. While some countries have moved to ban lab-grown meat to protect their food heritage and rural lifestyles, others advocate for regulatory caution and further review. These differing perspectives highlight the challenges of integrating new food solutions into societies with deep-rooted agricultural practices. As the conversation continues, Europe faces the task of finding common ground that respects both progress and tradition. The outcome will shape not only the future of food production, but also the cultural identity of the region.